my dear Aquariuses, and welcome to your weekly March Tarot love reading for March 23rd up until the 29th. Remember that energies are fluid and the energies might culminate until the 7th day of this week. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'd like to take the time to thank you guys, okay, for supporting this channel. You guys are amazing, and I'd like to start off thanking my spirit guides and angels, source energy, for bringing in any messages that you are currently seeking at this time in order to help you on your journey towards peace, love, happiness, and abundance. Okay, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to start off with the Celtic cross, okay, and remember that energies are fluid. I could be talking about you, or I could be talking about the person that you are dealing with. Take it as it resonates. And also we will get clarifiers as to each energy, okay, and remember that this could also be for your sun, moon, rising, or your Venus. Okay, so again, take it as it resonates. And starting off with your dominant energy for this week, we have here the King of Cups. This is beautiful energy here. Starting off with the King of Cups, this is somebody who is feeling in their power, in their strength, sort of like you are finally feeling like you have control over your emotions, okay? Maybe in the past you were feeling a little bit rocky when it came to your emotional state of being, but this week you are definitely in charge of your emotions. You are feeling at peace, you are feeling at ease, you feel like you have the intuitive clarity to pick up on the signs, the signals that the universe is sending your way. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what your current energies are bringing for you this week. And we're starting off with the Chariot in the reverse. Okay, so definitely, you know, maybe you might feel like this is not the time to act. This is not the time to move forward. This is not the time to take any action. You know inside what you need to do. You know within you what it is that needs to be done, right? However, you know also that this is not the right time to make any move, to take any action, to send a text message, or to send that, you know, or to make that phone call. You know that you don't really want to do this at this time. It could be you, or it could be the person that you are dealing with. Take it as it resonates, okay? But crossing you this week, we have here the Knight of Cups. So, okay, definitely, I have clarity here. So, you know, what I'm picking up on is I'm picking up on the message that you want to make some kind of gesture. You finally have found peace within your emotions. You finally have found peace within your mind, okay? You have settled emotions, you have settled mind. You finally came into the enlightenment of what it is that you want and how it is that you want it. You know your worth, you know your strength, you know what you are, you know your value, and you know how to get it. However, right now, even though you want to move forward, even though you want to make a move, even though you want to reply to that text message, even though you want to reply to that phone call or whatever it is, right? You know exactly what to do. You feel like this is not the right time to make the move, okay? Now, take it as it resonates. If this is the person that you are dealing with, and the person that you are dealing with wants to make a move, but they're kind of afraid to. They're not really sure that this is the right time to make a move, you know, to make a gesture, to make an offer, that sort of thing. It could be a text message, it could be a phone call. They kind of feel like they want to, but they're not sure that this is the right time to do it, okay? That's the kind of energy that you are dealing with, my dear Aquarius. Now, let's go ahead and see what you have in your belief system. So for your belief systems, yeah, definitely there's some kind of energy that you kind of feel like this connection no longer bears fruit. You kind of feel like this connection sort of fell by the wayside and there's nothing that you can do about it. So maybe a little bit of pessimism is in your belief systems. However, that doesn't have to be the case, right? Maybe that's why you're not taking any action forward, because you feel like, what is the use? What is the use if I pursue this person or pursue this connection, right? What is the use if I reply to this text message? What is the use if I even try, right? That's a kind of belief that you are currently holding on to at this moment, or at least this week. Okay, now let's go ahead and see what you have for your near past. For your near past, yeah, there is definitely some kind of avoidance. You're avoiding some kind of truth. You're avoiding some kind of a shake-up. Okay, maybe you don't want to shake up your emotions anymore. Maybe you kind of like gave it a chance, gave it a shot in the past, and you were like, oh my God, I shouldn't have done that. I knew what was going to come. And you kind of like, sometimes you create your own self-fulfilling things that come to your reality. A lot of times, if you're in this negative belief state of mind that nothing is going to work out or nothing is going to come about this connection, then you kind of create your own demise in a sense, right? But definitely there is some kind of in the past, you kind of felt like you were trying to avoid something from happening. It could be maybe you were trying to avoid a breakup from happening, right? You were trying to avoid some kind of catastrophe from happening. It could be emotional catastrophe. It could be just a breakup in a connection, or some kind of shakeup within your environment. You're trying to avoid some kind of shakeup. Okay, that's in your past. Now let's see what you have for your near future. Now for your near future, we have here the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Now with the Seven of Wands in the reverse coming up in your near future, this is an energy of a person who is not really feeling convinced that they should fight for something. Okay, you don't really feel like you have enough information coming to you in order to prove to you that this person or this situation is worth your time, right? You know you have the energy within you to do it. However, you're not really seeing signs at this moment or in the near future that tells you, yes, go for it, right? You're not really feeling in that state yet, right? So in your near future, we're going to get some clarity as to exactly what this is all about. But let's go ahead and jump into your root of the issue or distant past. Oh, wow, look at this. So we have the Four of Wands here for your for the root of the issue or your distant past. Okay, it could be either one. Now, the root of the issue has to do with some kind of a passionate connection. You know, there was a lot of passion in this connection. There was a lot of joy. There was a lot of sparks flying, a lot of enthusiasm. You felt very passionate about this person or this connection. You felt like it was going to move forward. You felt full of joy. This person probably, is very charismatic. They could be a fire sign. They could be very charming. Maybe they kind of charmed your pants off, or just charmed you into committing to them. It doesn't have to be like a direct commitment, but just you within yourself, you kind of knew that that's the person that you wanted, right? In the past, you kind of felt like, wow, I haven't experienced this kind of a love connection in so long. This person is seeming perfect for me. I kind of want this connection to kind of lead to marriage or lead to some kind of a commitment, right? That's the kind of energy that you felt in the past. Okay, now we're going to get clarifiers as to exactly what this is all about, but let's jump into your self-perception. So this is your subconscious thoughts at this moment or this week, okay? So your self-perception of yourself or of this person, take it as it resonates, is, in the past, you kind of felt like you were very burdened by a lot of overthinking, a lot of mental conflict. You kind of like were very distressed. A lot of you were very, very overthinking things, maybe thinking the worst about things. Maybe, oh my God, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if this person does this, or what if this person does that? Where you were losing a lot of sleep, right? But you're kind of overcoming that. You're kind of coming out of that subconscious type of thinking, and you're coming into an energy of feeling more stable, right? Instead of overthinking negatively, you're trying to think positively for yourself and for your well-being, because you saw that overthinking and having all these sleepless nights were very, very emotionally draining for you, and maybe have even affected you physically. Maybe they affected you in a physical way, and you kind of felt like, you know what, that's it. I'm no longer letting this connection or this situation burden me with overthinking at night, where I can't even sleep, and it, you lose energy, you lose touch with yourself. Okay, so you're coming out of that energy, thank goodness. Now what we have here, we have here for your outside influences and how others perceive you or how you perceive others. Take it as it resonates, as always. Okay, so we have here, this could be your energy. Okay, now this is the energy of the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Now with the Queen of Swords in the reverse as how others see you, perhaps you're showing to others this side of you that is very cold, very calculated, very kind of like a person who has a chip on their shoulder. That's how they see you. Maybe they're telling you like, oh my God, what happened to how you used to be? What happened to that sweet person? Where did that sweet, loving, friendly person go, right? Maybe you're no longer taking their BS and you're kind of like putting your foot down, but they're perceiving it as like you being mean and mean-spirited, right? Take it as it resonates. This could be how you are seeing the person that you are dealing with as well. Maybe the person that you are dealing with, something happened in the connection or between you guys or just within them that is making them come across as very cold, cutting, very emotionless. Okay, now let's see what we have here for your action and advice. Yeah, so definitely, you have to take some time with the Hermit here. You have to take some time to think about things in a more practical way, and also in a more mature kind of way. Maybe if you jumped into this because you guys were very passionate about the connection, because it seems like it was both parties that just kind of rushed in. There was a lot of passion, a lot of emotion, a lot of like sparks flying. But this time around, the advice is this week, take the time to think about whether it is good enough for you. If this person is good enough for you is what I'm trying to say, excuse me. If this person is good enough for you in the sense where they are going to give back to you what you put in, because that you can bring the entire table with you, right? You can literally put in a lot when it comes to emotional love, a lot of maybe even financial, friendship-wise, but you have to weigh out the pros and the cons, the pluses and the minuses, whether this will benefit you in the end as well. Okay, instead of just jumping in. Yeah, so definitely, this is for your likely outcome. So for your likely outcome, what you have here is a Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Now with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse as a likely outcome, there's definitely a stall in some kind of move. Okay, so the likely outcome, if you choose to look within instead of taking the reins and moving forward, you will take the time to really rehash things and see if this person or the situation that you are dealing with is worth your time. Okay, perhaps you've already invested enough time in thinking about them and thinking about the connection, but definitely, it looks like there will be no movement forward at this moment. Now let's go ahead and start getting clarifiers. What is the clarifier for what the conflict is, the challenge here with this Knight of Cups, please? So here we have the King of Pentacles. Here we have the King of Cups and the Star card. You showed up in your own reading. Yeah, so definitely, perhaps if this person is very egotistical, maybe you're dealing with a person who has a very big ego and who is very narcissistic. Maybe this person who feels like they are the be-all and end-all of your wish fulfillment. And who knows, maybe they are, but you have to be stable in your emotions and know your own worth as well. Just because this person comes across as being worthy of your time doesn't mean that they are. Okay, you have to really look closely within yourself, within the connection, to see if this is something that you want for yourself. Okay, and have hope. Have hope that everything will work out in your favor, whether it's with reconnecting with this person at some point in time, because definitely, there's some kind of move that will be made. Maybe not this week, maybe not now, or maybe it might come towards you, right? But think about what it is that you want and what it is that is being offered. Okay, but definitely definitely there's a lot of potential here, whether, again, it's potential for healing your wounds, healing yourself from whatever it is that occurred in this connection. And maybe it's just healing yourself from overthinking, okay? Maybe it didn't really have a lot to do with this person, but or maybe it did, but definitely try not to go into that energy of overthinking anymore, because that's not healthy for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we have here for the near future. What is the clarifier for the near future? We won't take that. Okay. Near future clarifier, please and thank you. So for your near future, oh wow, look at this. We have a new beginning, a new solid foundation, a new offer being made with commitment. Okay, this is sort of like a commitment being made. However, all right, there is an energy here coming up in the future of someone trying to get away with something or trying to get revenge. Okay, if this is your energy, try to not, you know, stay in this energy of trying to get back at someone. Okay, now if this is the person that you are dealing with, then be careful with the offer that is being made. That's why, you know, you have the Hermit card here as the advice card. Really take a look at what this offer is. Okay, is this an offer that is genuine? Is this an offer that is coming from their heart, or is this an offer that will benefit only them and not you? Okay, so really think about it, okay, instead of jumping in too soon. Now, I'd like to get a clarifier for your advice and why this Hermit is here before we get your advice, your final advice card. Why is this Hermit here? Okay, so yeah, definitely waiting it out, okay? Waiting it out and try and take a new approach to this situation, okay? Maybe if in the past you were just jumping in with, you know, your passionate heart, maybe this time around, know that you have already put in enough effort and let the effort come back your way, okay? Also, there is some kind of sacrifice that will need to be made on your part, my dear Aquarius. Okay, now you know what this sacrifice is. There's something that you know you need to sacrifice this week in order to come into your power, your alignment, your truth and your conviction, okay? The advice is here that there's no need to put in more effort. The effort has already been made, okay? But there is a need to make some kind of a sacrifice. Perhaps the sacrifice will be to just kind of like not act upon the initial offer that is being made to you, okay? Or it could also be the sacrifice that you need to sacrifice your current desires, in order to gain a more fruitful long-term outcome. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get your advice card from the angels. What is the advice from the angels? Oh, wow, look at this. Relationship harmony. We've been getting this for quite a few, actually just two of them. And I always reshuffle right after each reading. So relationship harmony, it looks like a lot of people are coming into a relationship harmony this week. In particular, it could possibly be because of everything that's going on right now. But, you know, this is a beautiful, beautiful energy of Angel Regale. Here, I'll show you. With Angel Regale, it says, we angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved at this moment. What a beautiful, beautiful energy. So definitely it looks like, you know, everything will work out for you if you stay in your power, stay in your strength. Know that you've already invested the time. Know that you've already invested the pretty much everything that, you know, whether it's emotional, whether it was financial, whether it was time, you know, whether it was passion, you've already invested everything that you had, and now you have to take some time to think about what it is that you want out of this connection for the long haul. Without further ado, this is your reading for this week, my dear Aquarius. I do hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.